cut this, okay?
Mine also.
No, but I personally believe, even on a contest level, right? I mean, the thoughts are very different amongst Toastmasters. While winning is always a part of a journey in contest, I think it shouldn't come in the way of you being genuine. And at the end of it, what matters is how genuine, how real you are as a speaker. And otherwise, if that goes, all these awards doesn't make any sense to me personally. I'm sorry. Have I answered your question?
Very good. Very
Yes, sir. Anything else? Yes, sir.
Toastmasters, initially, that is about 20 years back, the evaluation was, the evaluator will come and evaluate and they say that not as per the project objective. So the speaker has to repeat the project and they will write and they will give and go peacefully. The evaluator will go very peacefully. And the speaker will be so much frustrated.
Yeah.
And in my case, I am taking my own example. In one project I had to do three times. And third time, they allowed me to go to the fourth project. Now, this whitewashing has become more professional. And the Toastmasters International has also given a line that nobody should be asked to repeat the project. So, when you say all these things and at the end you will say, these are the places you can improve. However, I am very happy to announce that you can go to the next project. I am delighted, I will be delighted to listen to your next unique speech. So this is the crux of the matter, you know,
The way it has transformed.
when it has been transformed into this level. There were, we used to have the Toastmaster clubs and the people, these evaluators whom I say,
I understand.
they come very full suit and all, they will come and we, but evaluates means that project is gone. The meaning is that you
I understand.
you
I
have to
understand. The
repeat.
point that you try to drive here is
Yeah,
early.
but one thing, as an evaluator, when I evaluated one Toastmaster, and that project requires that, you know, no notes. That one project is very specifically saying, fourth or fifth, no notes. And she had notes. So I evaluated the speech and I said, well, you are having notes. And you know, that is the only point I have to pinpoint. So next, after 2 weeks, she called me. Sir, I am doing the next project. Can you please come? So I went. Then after finishing her speech, she said that the evaluator pointed out about the notes, and now I don't have notes. I am free of notes.
Fantastic.
So this is where, you know, the improvement comes. There is no need of any frustration or to be angry with the evaluator, or the evaluator becomes a headmaster or teacher.
Yes,
No, both the things are not required. It goes in a very cordial way of improvement.
Definitely.
For both.
Like, I mean, I take your point. In fact, how it has evolved to what I see today here, most of the whitewashing all happens on stage, right? But what I personally do is, if someone I see, like, they give a very hopeless speech, I think that's no way connected to the objective. I do an evaluation on stage, but I never do the evaluation on the book. Offline, I go and tell them repeat the speech. I don't certify it, and it's up to them to take it or not. They have the rights to repeat the speech or they don't, right? I mean, it doesn't matter to me. As an evaluator, what I personally felt is to be good in terms of seeing what are the good things they did, what are the areas of improvement. Will they pass this or not? I leave it to them. Because there are times, in fact, there's a lot of general evaluators actually. They declare the speech even before the person comes up on it, like just like few elections, right? It happens. Like they'll say
One thing more about one lady I told, there is another story of it. I evaluated in Medley one advanced project, and the project
I know I'm running.
project is storytelling,
Yeah.
and she took the story of Ramayana. I don't want to disclose who is the lady and all, because not most of the none of the people here they don't know her. So she told the Ramayana story, and she started from Valmiki to the end of the
Yeah.
Sita being, that's the story she has made. But half the story, when Raman was leaving to the forest, the time was over.
Okay.
So she could not complete the story.
15 years.
The story was abruptly ended. Abruptly ended. And in evaluation, I think it's a beautiful story she brought, because this is known to everybody.
Yeah.
And this has to be told to many children also.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter, today the time was not sufficient. But another time you can tell the second part of the, normally after interval,
Yeah, sure.
like that.
That's a nice suggestion.
And I whitewashed it
Very well.
very clearly.
So, the crux of what beginners are trying to say is, when you have a person who's doing a hopeless speech, be good to them on stage. Go separately when you have that bonda or whatever they say on Middle East. Tell them you better repeat the speech. Right? I think there's time for one more question. Anyone? Not I'll conclude. Yes, Anusha.
Should we stick just to the project objectives, or say, imagine they're giving a very wonderful speech which is beyond the objectives? Say they're giving a third speech,
Okay.
and the vocal variety is very good. Should we mention it, or?
I would suggest you stick to the project objective. That doesn't come in the purpose. Because what happens is, if you are very lavish about the praise, they're trying to have a cautious on the fourth speech also. Okay, fourth speech doesn't talk about vocal variety, because you said they may get motivated to use all these things, which is not part of the objective. So let us stick to the objectives alone. That's what I hope I have answered. Right? So the last final thing that I wanted to talk to you about, if there's any questions, I'll take it after the meeting is over. And the last one thing that I want to talk was, a lot of times as an evaluator, we come up on stage and see we are going to actually give an evaluation about the speech, right? But just like how we say, every opportunity that we get to evaluate a speaker, it is an opportunity for us as an evaluator to establish our credibility. I think the credibility part is so very important, because the word is obsessed not with what you say, it's about who is saying. Okay. I'm not sure how many of you know Kannadasan. Most of you know your Kannadasan, right? Kannadasan once went to give a keynote speech in Presidency College. He recited a poem. For every line that Kannadasan said, they clapped continuously. It was a thundering applause, never stopped, but Kannadasan actually continuing the poem. Finally, he completed the poem. 5 minutes they gave a applause. After it all recited, Kannadasan spoke into the mic. He said, "The poem that I had today is not mine. It is actually one of your students, which came to me yesterday. The student who actually recited a poem before, that was actually my poem. But you never actually laughed for it, never applauded for that. This is a testimony that the world is obsessed with who is saying it than what you are saying. So establish your credibility as an evaluator, because world is obsessed with you as a person than what you're saying as an evaluator." Thank you so much, my friends.